WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
I hear a little bit of feedback in the mic.
These charges are not mine.
Today's episode of the JB Web Show is sponsored by Ashtray.
Maybe we're embellishing.
All right, I'm walking down the street now. I'm walking live here on the street. I'm going to see who I can find.
I need to hear the tambourine.
Do you want me to do the JB Web Show? Oh, I spit on you.
You are not part of the conversation.
Do you? Do you really?
Thank you for holding, JB.
I've been listening.
Thank you for holding, JB.
Definitely a day job I don't complain about.
Gotta find out what's going on, what you're doing, what you're intending to do.
Love Shack, baby!
Juggernaut of rock action.
My baby understands that cigarettes are dangerous. The child reads avidly, backwards, in every language.
WJBW.
The electronics is so predominant that people would really prefer that.
What is up, my friends? Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
The JB Rev Show, WJBWnetworks.com. We do this every week to venerate talented people, shine a light where the light needs to be shined, or is it shown?
There's a lot of light to shine.
A lot of light.
Here in Orlando, for
A lot
sure.
of light to shine here in Orlando.
I like that. We're shining the light.
We've been on Showcase. The entire county, Orange County, I would say, has been on Showcase, and we've been coming up aces, showing the world what we're all about. And it's love. It's all love-based.
Cheers to that, my friend.
Cheers to that.
Seriously.
Let's make that happen.
Pinot Noir here.
We do a live show. We don't record the show.
Nope.
We're confident enough in our mistakes to do a live show.
Cheers to that. You're going to really drink to that. There's one quick pause to sip.
Well, with the music in the background, it helps.
It does help.
It does.
It does help.
On today's show, we have a heck of a great lineup. You may or may not be familiar with him.
Who do we have lined up?
Who you want to know who we have lined up? We have 7:30 hour. Of course, we're going to open the phone lines early, 407-379-9529, so you can call us at any point. And or you are free to text us, so you can chat with us live on Spreaker. Tweet me at Radio JB Web or whatever the hell. You can follow us on Facebook, all that whole chestnut. The JB Rev Show. We made the changeover on the Facebook page.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
That is.
So 7:30, we have Rick Yampert. He's worked for the News Journal, Daytona Beach News Journal. And he's been an entertainment writer. So he's had conversations with people like Janet Jackson, amongst others. So we're going to get to chat with him at 7:30. He also plays a very not widely played instrument. It is the sitar.
Oh, dude, I sincerely love the sitar, dude.
You're going to love this guy.
Absolutely.
His nickname is Sitar Rick.
Wow.
Sitar Rick. I'm serious.
Dude, that is awesome because you know what the other instrument that complements the tabla, or the, I just threw it out there, but the tabla complements the sitar so well. It's
the Indian is kind of percussion.
Yes. The tablas are two drums.
Okay.
And it's got one's high and one's low, but they can do all kinds of weird like super
in between.
Cool. It's really awesome.
Like a djembe or some shit.
Djembe.
Like a djembe. So that's at 7:30. We'll probably have a good healthy chat with him, and then 8 o'clock we are going to hear from Shad Pearson of the Actomatics. Local Orlando delightful favorite.
I have a long, rich history with Shad. Her Shadow. That's her nickname is Shadow.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I've seen it. I've seen it before out there, smattered around in the smatterings.
Shadow. The Shadow knows.
The Shadow knows.
It's true. She's incredibly, awesomely talented and super sexy cool.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say actually about her music is it's something like it's almost like a throwback sound. Like they have a really cool kind of like early 80s-ish sound, but it plays today.
Very current today.
Very current.
Exactly.
So the Actomatics, what is it, .com.org? He's worthless.
He should know.
Can't even talk.
Was he partying last night?
What?
He's such a dick.
I think we have some out-of-studio activities planned here for the month of July. It's going to be great. I think we're going to be out at Twist Hair Studio.
What? Oh, is that chill? Delicious. Oh. Oh boy!
All right, we're going to be out there at Twist at some point.
When?
We're going to be at Maxine's.
Awesome.
We're trying to now. We don't. I guess we're pretty much an open book. We could give it all out there. We're trying to hook up with Kevin Maines for the Maxine's gig.
Okay.
Yeah. So like we did with Beebs, kind of have a good prolific musician there, and somebody
I
that
see where you're going with this.
Maxine and
Just
Kirk
throwing it out there
love.
on the air.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, no, it's working behind the scenes. So I'm trying to line up. So again, it might be this time next month. We're live from Maxine's on a Tuesday night. Next week we will be here on a Tuesday night, not a Monday night, because we'll be 4th of July. 4th of July and it up.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
All right, we're going to party all kinds of ways, apparently.
Are you just trying to reach out to the millennials right there like that? I mean, what was that all about?
I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea.
Yeah. You know what's the intern got to say about that shit?
I don't know.
You know, he's all...
You guys are assholes.
Oh, see? Yeah.
Thanks
it
so
was
much.
good. What
Why do you prompt him, though?
Because
just
I don't
let
even
him
know.
sit over
I don't
there.
even know his name. He's
His name is Shockey.
Shockey.
Yeah.
But what's his real name? I know his name's Shockey.
I can't tell you.
Man, I just smelled this microphone. Foam. What did you do to my
keeps just
Shockey? Did you
mumbling.
do something to my fucking microphone foam? Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well.
Wow.
The JB Rev Show.
JB Rev Show.
You got it? You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. You know, I'm just doing my thing.
407-379-9529 is our telephone.
9529.
You can call us right now. Let me blast this
Which
out there.
9529 means WJBW.
9529. It is
WJBW.
a colloquialism.
9529. 9529.
Coded message.
WJBW.
It's a coded message.
Hey, I'm looking forward to talking to Rick at 7:30, man.
Yeah, Rick.
Be,
you like your personal little whiteboard there. Oh, you didn't want me to give it. Oh, no. It's racist.
No, it's
why do they? It's a whiteboard.
Yeah, it's a blackboard.
Yeah,
but
it's a blackboard.
Using white chalk.
But it came here. It was born here.
Yep.
What?
Word. So
I don't know. I'll tell you something personally.
Personal?
I when I got this car, I had the Sirius radio, and then I let it go.
You let it, and now
I let it go. Now I don't have it, and they've offered
it. Let me tell you something about that. All right, don't touch anything.
Okay.
You need to wait another month. And they're going to offer you the world. They're going to give you a whole year for free, but then you're going to have to pay for the next 3 years.
Which is ridiculous. Why don't they just keep it at one price, right?
Yeah, because they got you by the balls. They get you hooked.
Well, they want to get you hooked, yeah. But then I guess we'll show them.
Yeah, we
it's
will.
like I like Howard Stern. I like all that kind of stuff. Listening to the radio, though, is dreadful after you do that, right? Now, even though there's commercials on Howard Stern, it's almost bearable. Because you're like, okay, he said fuck like 12 times, you know.
Man,
it's not censored. Yeah.
I feel really bad.
What do you mean?
About since Howard went.
Yeah, okay.
Like
the morning.
Yeah.
Not having that morning.
Dude, it's gone to shit.
When did he go? Like 2006. So it's been 10 years since he's been gone.
Yeah, dude.
And it used to be badass in the morning. You're right. I would get up every morning and look forward to getting in the car. Now, again, you know, there are people in our market, and that's great, and they're there and everything, but there's no real scintillating, I'm pushing the fucking boundaries. You never know what you're going to get.
Right.
It's like, oh, they're going to have that guy on, and they're going to talk about the problems, and he got hair plugs.
Exactly.
He's gaining weight again. Yeah, you would be a great radio guy, wouldn't you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah,
no, you wouldn't.
So.
No, you must do. I don't know that. What?
Exactly.
We don't know what we're going to do.
We don't. We're just crazy in the mornings.
We're crazy.
Waking up, getting died, drunk,
8 o'clock.
Drunk on coffee. Hey, what's that? What's the traffic look like out there?
Well, there's one car going really slow on the 405. I don't know why he's going so fucking slow, but he...
Hey, man, I know.
Check that out there, bud.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sponsored by David Moss Toyota. Yeah, that's
right. What?
Yeah, exactly. That's the one thing I do like about podcasts.
Yeah.
We don't have to really deal with that.
Yeah, you can just talk right through.
Yeah,
you don't.
Exactly.
Those commercials are boring. The one I hate is the one of the guy that yells at you, like to buy a car.
Oh,
there's like certain guy
that brings. I'm glad you brought that up because
yells.
Bill Moss Toyota this weekend is having a sale from 7 till 9.
I think it's David Moss.
Oh, well,
Bill Moss.
Well, you know what?
What?
They didn't pay me. They didn't pay me enough to.
Yeah,
get
they
that
did
right.
pay you, Bill Moss.
But
go to Bill Moss Toyota in Frankfurt, Germany.
You get yourself a big old
get you a
bargain.
really good car right off the lot. It's a Volkswagen
sweet.
Toyota hybrid mix. It runs on the fairy dust. You love it. You love it.
I do. Why you gotta bring up my love?
But then, sometimes with the shit that is planned out, it's almost too contrived. Like with the, like I heard them do. Remember that commercial? America, he's a real American hero. I heard some morning guy doing that, and it was like, okay, I get it, but there's a whole swatch of people out there that might be listening to the show that might not even get the reference.
I get it.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's
you said swatch, and I thought of watch.
Okay.
I looked at my look at the time.
Yeah,
you are very, very subtle.
Look at
with
that
the way you do that. It's
very
professional, I must say.
Thank you, it's so great.
It is.
I love it so much.
You should.
Well, and
you do a really good job at it. By the way,
I've been listening. Oh, thanks. I've been listening to other podcasts, OPP, other people's podcasts.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm down with OPP.
Are you?
Actually, no. As a matter of fact, I feel bad because
you feel bad.
Well, because I sometimes I don't listen to some of our podcasts over only because I was a part. But no.
You should feel bad.
Well, no. Listen to me. Hear me out, J. Is it JP?
Yeah. After all this time, it's really been JP,
well,
not JB. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like but no, seriously. Last week, talking to Wanzi. I mean, that was a great.
Did you listen to that one?
I have not, and that's why I feel bad that I haven't. It's just been a crazy week this past week, and
you know what has been a crazy past few weeks, and I'm glad you mentioned that because I wanted to say that a lot of the times with having what we have here. It's a live environment. It's kind of an anomaly where we do a live show and then it becomes a podcast out there. So I call it live internet broadcasting.
Okay.
And what happens when you have the live radio and then you have a tragic event like this and live television, a lot of the, dare I say, sycophants kind of come out and get their little claws on whatever human interest piece story that there is floating around, and they molest it and they hump it 12 times. Yeah, and they're like, hey, come over here. There's room for you. Come on over here and hump this story.
And we're not about that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying is that I think a lot of the times people can't understand that we've been doing this for so long and promoting people. And now, so tying back into hearing other people, OPP, other people's podcasts, there's this very small group of people that kind of do what we do, which is promote other people.
Right.
They try to talk to each other and be like, hey, which way is the old radio boating, right?
Which sometimes happens in our not very often, but when it's me and you one-on-one, it's golden, dude. And I really
it goes back and forth.
It does.
We've got a conversation.
Indeed. And I gotta say, I really admire you for what you do. And seriously, and it's not. It's about
get off my lap.
Our community. It's not about. It's not about it. It's definitely not about money because we're not fucking getting paid anything, and that's not what it's about. It's really about giving back to the community and showcasing. And I love the way you said earlier, shining. Shine
a light. Shine a light in those places. Those people deserve it.
Exactly.
Well, it's like who we're having on tonight's show. Rick Yampert. He is a writer who writes about people.
And Shadow, who's doing the song about all this. So, and I'm excited to talk to her.
We'll talk a little more about that later. What details do you know about that?
Well, I know that a lot of the musicians in our community got together, and they got together in the studio in Altamont.
Okay.
And they've been recording this song that that
it's good though.
I haven't heard it.
Do you know who's involved?
Well, everybody,
a lot of Orlando musicians.
Yes,
okay.
absolutely.
So it's a total like We Are the World.
Dude, Jim Leatherman was there taking pictures. It was like that. And yes, it is like a We Are the World. We Are the World.
We Are the World
for Orlando. Absolutely.
Wow.
And and I know a lot of other musicians that wanted to be a part, but they're out of town or they're touring. But we'll talk to Shadow more about that. But this is what I didn't mean to take you off your track there.
No, we were just riffing.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, I'm so all about Orlando and really focusing on the people that have been here and know Orlando. I mean, it's kind of like Andrew Spear, his post where this is Orlando, this is Orlando. You know what I mean?
Two, where he shows Magic Kingdom,
and then he shows Hideaway, right?
Yeah.
And
that's
and
so true.
That's something and that's Orlando's Disney's here and employs a lot of people, and we all know
that side of town, though, too, is a completely different animal than this side of town.
Absolutely, that's not Orlando.
It
is, but it's not. It's not.
It's not Orlando proper.
It's not the hub.
Yeah,
it's Lake Buena Vista is what that is. But and I'm very I was born and raised here, and I have true roots here, like through and through, and I absolutely have always loved Orlando. I mean, I live less than 5 miles away from where I was born, and it's I'm just whatever.
Well, and too, I think that's important because you're a native. You're an Orlando native.
I'm a third generation Floridian, my friend.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
So there's a lot of culture and history here, and what I love, and we could even research it. You know the history of Bumby, the actual road Bumby over there, of the Bumby boys, the Bumby boys.
Pretty sure I do. But go ahead. Why don't you recap on the history of Bumby, if you will.
Let me get this post out here.
Oh, you're posting. Wow. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I know about Bumby. I know that Bumby and Robinson, about a block away from that, is where my parents lived when I was born.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's a little how far back I go on Bumby. I lived off of a block off Bumby for about a year when I was in my 30s.
Okay.
And,
I've always seemed to live close to Bumby. Did you know Bumby Avenue was named after real people?
Oh, real people?
Yeah,
or a real person.
A real person, real person,
real people.
But also
there's a whole
people.
group of Bumbies.
There are people with the last name Bumby. Yeah.
Oh no, there's only one person, and his name is Bumby, and then there were
his
no
first
other
name and
Bumbies.
last name is Bumby. I get you.
Bumby.
Okay,
that's where Beefy King used to be called Bumby.
Yeah, Bumby King, Bumby King. That would be scary. This is from bungalower.com. Did you know...
I love that site.
Did you know Bumby Avenue was named after a real person? My name is Joseph Bumby, and I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Mr. Joseph Bumby was one of Orlando's best-loved pioneers, and many of the city's buildings and even a street bear his name. Joseph Bumby married the love of his life, Mary Flowers Elderkin, at high noon in 1867 in Waterloo, UK. United Kingdom.
Wow.
Then prompts...
He was traveling about across the big pond back in the 1800s.
1800s.
That is a man right there, dude.
That's a man.
Seriously.
Yeah, you got to
And
ride
then
the
to come
fucking
back
boat.
here with no air conditioning.
Nobody, and that's
in
a great
Florida.
point.
I'm like, oh my god, dude. Think about the time back then. That's like,
no AC. That's a great fucking
dude.
point.
I mean, think about that, man. That is brutal. And no pesticides.
Yeah, no.
There's no off. And there's mosquito.
And like Zika,
dude,
yeah.
Who would want to live here?
The mosquitoes bite him and get Zika.
If I did not have AC, I'm sorry. I mean, if we would all die without the air conditioning.
Yeah, we're pussies, aren't we? We're wimps.
Totally, dude.
We're totally
but
wimps.
I read this history on the Punch Bowl.
What?
Yeah, dude. It was kind of hidden in history, and it really has.
Punch
it
Bowl?
really kind of changed me. I kind of wept a little bit.
Hold on.
Dude, it's
Is
not
it that
it's not
good?
Even, it's really,
I don't want to make light of it, but you're being serious?
I'm being totally serious.
I thought you were going into some joke.
Dude, I'm being totally serious about
the Punch Bowl, like at parties.
No, it's
no.
I don't want to bring this show down.
What? Oh no,
dude, I've seen some really disturbing stuff today. Actually,
that was okay.
Here, let me try to pull this up as well. Okay. But just kind of Google Punch Bowl American history.
Okay, am I missing something here? Totally.
It
feels like I am.
American, and I don't really like. I almost was gonna forward this to a friend of mine, then I was like, you know what? This is just too down and like
National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific, Punch Bowl.
No.
Punch Bowl National Cemetery.
Nope, it's not a cemetery.
American Military Cemetery.
Punch Bowl. Here, you know what?
Punch Bowls and Patriotism. Right now, we're flying on the seat of your pants.
I don't mean to change the.
You never.
Well, you know what? Let's just change this.
Let's
think about
to the show.
It's
so
really.
never...
Yeah, I know, and that's another thing I was actually going to say is this really is a live show. I mean, we don't come in here with any notes, no questions. I mean, it's always off the fly. And that shows to me, a professionalism, if you will. You know, it's like not just anybody can come in here and off the cuff and do. Yeah, exactly. And know what to ask. I mean, I don't think I've done any research on anyone before I came in here.
Okay.
Which
yeah, you did.
Maybe a couple, but like maybe 2 or 3 people. But you know, Rick, I know what Rick's about, and I definitely know what Shadow's about. So I don't have to really, do any research on that. And of course, people that I brought to, obviously, to the show, it's like blah blah blah. I'm just, what are you doing over there, by the way? You just trying to work that camera? You don't have to work that camera. It's okay.
Trying to set up the Facebook Live.
Yeah. You know what? Did you? Don't worry.
No,
about
I
that.
didn't.
Yeah, don't. You know what? We don't need Facebook Live tonight.
Okay.
It's all good. Or
We're
if anything,
already live.
we'll
How
go-
live do we have to be?
Exactly.
There you go. It's a lot of live.
But if we had any studio guests, it'd be good on Facebook Live. But right now,
Okay.
it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
You got the fat and jazzy shirt kicking,
That's right.
which is awesome.
Thank you.
What's it say on your sleeve? 94.
1994.
1994.
Yeah.
Established.
It's from their 20th anniversary.
From 10 years ago. 12 years ago.
2 years ago.
Wait,
2014.
2014.
94.
But 94,
plus
the
10.
10-year anniversary would be 2004.
Yes. But that's
Okay.
not when I got it.
Okay, you got 20.
I got it the 20.
Oh,
yeah,
the 20.
The 20.
Would you look at that? Hey, there it is. That's 20.
WJBW.
20 years.
Coming up at the half an hour. Thank you, Chad. So Bumby's a local guy.
Joseph Bunby.
Joseph Bumby.
Oh, man.
There you go.
I remember-
Local guy. What the hell is the punch bowl, by the way? Quickly hit it and quit it. Hit it and quit it. Come on.
It's
Come on, One Tug Tony.
I don't even know.
That's the name of my penis. One Tug Tony.
It was something about like
yeah.
concentration camps for when the
This is horrible.
when
No. Okay, stop there. That's
yeah.
good enough. All right,
Yeah,
concentration.
exactly.
camps.
Okay, there you
we
go.
get the idea. We get
All
the
right.
drift.
Yeah. For our Native Americans, not Native Americans, but Americans that brought over here from Africa.
So anyway, point being is where
Yeah.
we're sitting now is within Joseph Bumby's original property. It was
Right
from
here in your
Summerlin,
house?
Summerlin to the Executive Avenue, to Executive Airport, right here. So all this
land.
160 acres.
So right
Summer-
now,
right where we're sitting.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
in Joseph. If this was 1873.
And no AC.
Yeah, no AC, that would suck.
And no microphone.
No broadcasting. We'd
No
just
broadcasting.
be yelling in a field.
Hey!
Really hot.
Swatting.
Drinking moonshine. Hey, Jerry.
Hey!
Come on, bring that watermelon back over here.
Dude, we would
Is that what
be-
they would do?
I don't know.
Punching
man.
holes in watermelons and such. Oh, somebody save us. Oh, AK 1200. He's going to save us.
Is he?
Let's get things lifted off with a little bit
Oh,
of
yeah.
Carnival from AK 1200 and time code. Let's do this, and then we'll get into a call.
Let's do this.
The JB Rev Show.
Let's
What
do
is-
this.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Hey, welcome to the JBW Web DBWVD.com or RevShow.com.
Oh, yes.
We'll be right back.
Yeah! Wait, everyone.
Pick up the call on your mark. Copy that. Copy. Okay, let's get our game faces on and be ready to go. GC, go. Got it. Go. Auto, go. Prop, go. CPS, go. GMC, go. Max, go. Eagle, go. Ecom, go. Go.
step-by-step procedure.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.
Oh, yeah. You're listening to the JB Rev Show right now. We were just listening to AK-1200. That was Canaveral.
Yeah.
And, I'm very proud of my boy. I've been good friends with him.
AK-1200 is a legend. Yeah, we interviewed him some time ago.
Yeah, and he just picked up a residency at Stamina Sundays on Folsom in San Francisco.
What?
Yeah. So every Sunday night, he's in San Francisco.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude.
Is he flying out each week?
Yes,
is he staying out?
Exactly right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, every week he flies out and back in.
Wow.
Red eye. That's
incredible.
awesome, man. I'm so proud of that guy. He's like
AK-1200. Go check him out.
Yes.
AK-1200, not the gun.
No,
we have to say. We have to say these days, not the gun. Hey, listen, we promote and venerate talented people from all across the country, but we do concentrate here in Orlando and Florida in general, and I am privileged and honored to be able to introduce to you, gentlemen, on the line. His name is Rick Yampert. He has been an entertainment writer for over 20 years, I guarantee you. So we're going to dub him a local legend and jump into a healthy conversation. So hang tight. Local legend interview with Rick Yampert. Entertainment writer, sitar player, spiritual guru. He's the seventh Beatle. Rick Yampert on the line. I am at Radio JB Web on your Twitter machine. The Reverend across the way from me.
What up?
Very privileged and pleased to have a gentleman here who's really been stoking the fire, reporting on arts and entertainment for over 20 years. Rick, welcome to the call. How the heck are you, my man? Welcome.
Oh, man. Things on this side of the universe are just wonderful up here in Palm Coast. So good to talk to you guys. Hello, Rev.
Palm Coast, man, you are far, far away, man. Wow.
I'm in the Outback.
Wow.
Yeah, they got kangaroos up there.
Do you have AC where you're at?
Yeah, do you have AC?
They call that
actually,
stands for air conditioning.
We're supposed to get it in next week, I think.
Oh, man.
Well, you used to live in the Daytona or DeLand area, I think, when you were working as a writer for the Daytona Beach News Journal, the News Journal, amongst a few of them, the big ones there. But how long have you been writing professionally?
Professionally, since I got out of college in 1983, graduated from the University of Alabama.
Wow.
And since then, I've been working for various newspapers around the Southeast. And at first, I was actually covering cops and courts and city government in Dothan, Alabama, but that was actually a good background.
Nice.
It was good to have that who got when where and, sticking my tape recorder in front of the mayor's face.
Right.
Wow.
And trying to get a quote from him. But I'd always wanted to do entertainment writing. And then in 1990, I got the job at the Daytona Beach News Journal as the entertainment writer. So that was the goal. And so that's when I really hit my stride.
So I got a great question for you. As all the time that you were there and you being the entertainment guy, what was one of the best things? I mean, and I was born and raised in Winter Park. And, I grew up here, and I went to Daytona, like, in the late 80s, early 90s, through all the spring break. What's the most, controversial, big news kind of thing that came out of Daytona while you were there?
Oh, as far as controversy, oh, man, I guess it would have to be back, I don't know if it was 10 years ago, exactly when it was, but Eminem was performing on the beach side, and BET, not MTV,
right?
But BET was taping it, and the mayor of Daytona Beach, Bud Asher, bless his heart, he had heard some of Eminem, rather more strident hip-hop songs, and the mayor just put the kibosh on it. He said, "No, this is not what we want on the beach."
Wow.
So
when was it?
He said about 10 years ago, I think. Wow. Yeah, and that's crazy because of all the stuff that has happened prior to that.
Yeah,
I mean, I've got
MTV
crazy
Spring
stories.
Break.
Dude, the Beastie
Red Hot
Boys
Chili
with
Peppers.
Madonna, the Red Chili Peppers. I mean, there's been a lot of crazy shit that's gone down at Daytona.
Yeah, for them to put the...
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Especially during spring break. But I wonder if it's because it was BET, like you said, and not MTV. You know what I mean? I wonder...
That's a good question because, as you guys may know... during the event called Black College Reunion over the years, the powers that be really tried to shut that down over the years in various ways, and it did seem to me and others that there was a bit of that the racist thing happening.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Whether anybody could prove that or not,
right.
And
you
what? Can't say, but there you go.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to bring up. I mean, this is very off the cuff. We don't write down any questions.
He had that written down.
No, but seriously, I mean, I grew up here, and and that's why the kibosh on Eminem, I would think there would be, with Bike Week happening all the time, and
Yeah, no, that's interesting. It's a good question because a lot of crazy stuff does happen in Daytona Beach, and we're speaking with Rick Yampert, entertainment writer there at the Daytona Beach News Journal. Excuse me, for over 20 years, I think, right? Yeah, over 20 years.
I left in October to go freelance, but I was there for 23 years.
And that's incredible. So, what are some of the biggest people you maybe made you a little nervous that you were able to snag an interview with? Throw some names around.
That's a great question.
Throw some names around.
I have to say, and maybe I was just too stupid, but I never really got starstruck.
Oh no,
okay. But some of the people I interviewed throughout my career, this was actually before I came to Daytona. The writer Kurt Vonnegut was one of my favorites. I attended a press conference with him. He was one of my heroes.
Yeah,
Yoko Ono.
Oh my
Believe
God.
it or not, I interviewed Yoko by phone 3 different times because
What year was this?
This was throughout the 2000s.
Okay.
Because John Lennon's artwork would be on exhibit. One time it came to Daytona, and twice his artwork was on exhibit in Winter Park.
Okay.
And the publicist would call up and say, "Hey, do you want to talk to Yoko?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm a big Beatles fan, so if people who know their Beatles history. Yoko is often portrayed as a villain and the woman who broke the Beatles up, But
true.
she was very gracious, very talkative. You're talking to a woman who lost her husband. I mean, my goddess, her husband was shot dead in front of her. Yeah. And she's just carried on with such grace and insight, and she really was gracious and seemed very concerned about keeping her husband's legacy alive, and just a charming interview. And I got to talk to her 3 times over the years, so that was a real thrill, I have to say.
Let me ask you this, Rick. Did she remember who you were, like, by the 3rd time?
I remember her saying that,
right?
Indicating that, but it could have been that she was just being nice. I didn't expect her to remember me.
Right.
Back when I worked at Daytona 7 years, and then I worked at the Tennessean newspaper in Nashville as the rock music writer.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It was a cool gig. There's a lot of rock and hip hop happening in Nashville. But anyway, the Tennessean sent me one year to cover the Grammys in New York, and I was actually following country singer Pam Tillis around.
Wow. Okay.
And that was my job was to write a profile of her a day in the life of a Grammy nominee. Well, we went to a New York radio station where she was being interviewed by radio stations around the country. They would break into their programming for 5 minutes and say, "Oh, we're on the air with Pam Tillis. She's a Grammy nominee." And so I was there listening to this, and not to knock you guys because.
Why are you knocking us, man? Jeez.
Okay, well, relax. I'm just going to.
I'm just kidding.
Say radio journalist, and I'm a print journalist, and so it happens on my side of the field too. But Pam, bless her heart, every radio guy that that came in and said, "Okay, now we're going to WJBW in St. Louis, Missouri, and then it was KLXX Country Kicks in Billings, Montana."
Right.
And she did this for about an hour, hour and a half, and every interview was basically the same damn questions over and over.
Exactly. Yep.
And my God, and she handled it with such grace, and what I thought was genuine enthusiasm. So I say all that. So Yoko, she said she did indicate, "Oh yes, I remember," but it could have been that she was just being nice. That's what I think.
Okay.
Well, but still, though, I think that again, when you put an emphasis on the importance of art, culture, entertainment, and you have someone sentient like yourself writing about it, and covering it in a particular way, it really gives more credence again to the thriving underculture of Orlando, Daytona Beach, because that's where I grew up, in Daytona Beach, and I know it's a party city, and a lot has changed there. And I think, like you were saying, 10 years ago there was probably a push down on we want to be more of a clean city, we want to be a family city. There's been a lot of change. So in saying that, I'm sure that you're delighted to get away from all of that politics, as it were, even in that world. But you're doing freelance writing, and where people, is it rickdeampert.com people go to hook up with you for that, or what's the best way?
Well, that is my website. Mostly that's for my sitar playing and music side. I'm the arts and culture writer for FlaglerLive.com. Now, Flagler County is that's where Palm Coast is. Now, I've
heard of that place.
For FlaglerLive.com, we only cover events that are happening in Flagler County. So probably the best place you would see some of my wide-ranging stuff is probably on my Facebook page, actually. And on rickdeampert.com. There's some things I have posted on there, too. So, there you go.
So let's talk about the sitar.
Now, Jerry wants to get to the sitar, because I told him before, the show, I said, we're having this guy, he plays the sitar, and he freaks out. He's like, I love this instrument. I love this instrument. So I would love for you to maybe peel it back. How far does it go with you and the sitar? How did that relationship first start? Give us a little flavor around your acquaintance with it.
Yeah. How did you get started?
Yeah, when I 2 weeks after I graduated from high school in 1976, this is in Dothan, Alabama, I went and bought a guitar because I wanted guitar, not sitar, but guitar. Yeah. I wanted to learn Beatles songs and to see if I thought, okay, that's going to help me attract the ladies. So that was my motivation for picking up guitar.
Okay.
And then in the late 1990s, well, actually the early 2000s, along there, I became more and more of a fan of different world music. I started listening to African folk music, Irish folk music, and music from India. So I was listening more and more to world music. And then in about 2003 or 4, I found out that in Melbourne, Florida, there was a company that imports instruments from the Middle East, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. And I told myself, well, I'm listening to world music. I really like the vibes. I'm going to go down there and buy the weirdest ass string instrument I can find. That was my goal.
Okay.
But a sitar was not the weirdest instrument. They have all kinds of bowed and stringed instruments and
like
just
crazy stuff.
Really some weird ass stuff. But I got down there and I thought, wait a minute, I'm a big Beatles fan.
Yeah.
I love what the Beatles did. George Harrison, sitar on Norwegian Wood and Within You, Without You.
Right.
And then the light bulb came on. It's like, wait, I'm a Beatles fan. So I bought a sitar.
All right.
And I told myself, if I never learn to play it, it's going to look nice
still looks
in the living
awesome.
room. It'll be a nice piece of furniture and art.
That was another
and
question.
It was.
That's a question. I'm sorry to interrupt this, but I mean, what's the cheapest sitar you can even find? Like, I mean,
Well, here's the freaky part about it. This place where I bought mine, they're called Mid East, and they have a whole scratch and dent.
Right.
Stuff.
Yeah.
So my sitar was in the scratch and dent section, and it was $200.
Wow.
And
okay,
I know, and I still haven't found the scratch or dent. And
that just adds character, anyways.
Most of the sitars down there, you can get one for about the lowest price is around $450, and they go up to like $2,200. And different people have told me, they said, and I don't know that I believe this, but they said, maybe there was some kind of divine providence, spiritual thing happening that placed this sitar in front of you for $200.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know. And
that's a hell of a sales pitch.
Yeah. every 2 or 3 years, I go get the bill of sale to look at it again to make sure I didn't dream it. And,
there's no more
it was
extra
$200
zeros.
So
wow,
there you go.
Incredible. So then you picked it up and you just kind of, or like you said, you kind of maybe left it as an ornament in your home. It's a good piece of art. And then did you start to take to it right away? Because you play other instruments as well, flute, guitar, a few other things.
Yeah.
But did you take to it right away, or did it kind of sit there? Like
No, I was just too intimidated. It's like
it is very intimidating looking.
I don't know what language we can use here, but this fracture
Anything
has
you want.
18 strings on it. What do I do with them? I'm used to 6 strings on a guitar.
Hey,
and I was just too intimidated. And then after about 2 years or so, a friend of mine up in Jacksonville, Arvid Smith, wonderful guitarist, folk guitarist, and he bought a sitar at about the same time I did.
Okay.
I don't know if he emailed me or I emailed him and said, hey, I got a sitar, and he emailed back and said, yeah, I did too.
Right.
Anyway, he started sending me homemade CDs of his sitar playing.
Okay.
And that inspired me. It's like, okay, I need to sit down and learn this.
We got one of those CDs. We're listening to it right now as you're talking.
No, we're listening to a YouTube video right now, Jerry.
Oh, I thought this
the
was
Reverend
you told
over
me
there.
it was a CD.
No, I
Okay.
said his music, but we are listening. Yeah, we're listening to a little bit.
Can you not hear it in the
can you hear it in
background,
the background?
Rick?
Let me turn that. Hold on.
Listen, Rick.
No, but that's cool. I'm just wondering what you guys brought up.
Oh,
Tomorrow Never Knows the Rain by Sitar.
Oh yeah,
I just liked
that's
it on
a mashup
YouTube.
I did of the 2 Beatles songs, "Tomorrow Never Knows" and "Rain." So
see?
yeah,
It
that's
sounds
cool.
awesome. I'm surprised you can't hear it in the background. But
yeah, he should.
Well, that's I'm an almost old hippie rock and roller, so maybe it's just my hearing's not what it
I
used
lost
to
my
be.
hearing at Woodstock. He said.
I got a quick question. So, what is the best accompanying instrument that goes with the sitar? That
oh, good.
Yeah,
Percussion.
well, the percussion instrument. Obviously,
I've played for a while. I had a duo thing going with a friend who played African hand drum, djembe.
Okay.
And he also played like me. He played Native American flute.
Oh.
And it really clicked together really nice.
Well, that's not the answer I was looking for. I was the answer to the question was going to be tabla. Tabla was the answer to that question. Tabla.
Well, yeah, of course. If you've got that video on YouTube, I have my tabla player in a box. What you're hearing on the
you should let him out.
Digital electronic tabla.
Oh, I thought you had a prisoner in a box that played tabla for you. Tabla in a box.
Let him out.
Yes, please.
I have never played with a live tabla player. I have one friend who lives in DeLand who's a traditional jazz rock drummer, traditional jazz rock drum set, but he also plays tabla, but we've just never been able to get together.
You guys need to get together.
I ordered my digital tabla player.
Digital
I got that from India.
Gimp in a box.
You get them from India. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
let me out of this box.
Please let me out of the box. Let me play the tabla, please.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
You owe me $12.50. Okay. That's kind of weird. All right, we didn't mean to go there, but
No.
I do want to praise you for again,
Absolute praise.
knowing what you love, doing it, being successful. It to us again, our humble little bestowing of a local legend title, is just that. You're doing great things. You're going to keep doing great things, and I want to thank you for taking some time and chatting with us. I think you've got such a rich history, and I want to encourage people to go check out Rick Yampert. That's Rick DEYAMPERT.com. And
thank you, JB.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. You are the man. We appreciate you so much.
Totally.
Can
I just say,
Sitar Rick, if you want to hire him for events and stuff.
Oh,
Sitar
right.
Rick, Facebook Sitar, and use the R twice. So spell Sitar
No,
and then
just the R1.
R
The
once,
R1.
one R.
Oh, the one R.
Oh, where are
Okay.
you coming with the double R,
I meant
man?
like use it twice, like
Man.
use the same R twice.
So hey,
That's what I meant.
I just want to say, Rick, you are as well spoken as you are written, and and you get to edit what finally goes into print, and you are that well spoken, my friend. It was very nice
Well, I
talking to you.
appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you rock.
I do too.
True local legend Rick Yampert on the line with us. Thanks for
Yeah.
spending some time with us on the JB Reb Show. Encourage people to go check him out. Sitar Rick. That's SITARICK on the Facebook.
Otherwise known as
Follow him there.
Sitar Rick.
I just followed him on
Sitar
on
Rick.
YouTube. We got some of his music playing in the background. But you rock, buddy.
Yeah,
again,
you do.
thanks again for doing it. And
Sitar Rick.
Sitar Rick coming up to the stage. Coming up to the stage with access. Sitar Rick. He's gonna rock your world.
Eminem's MCing with Sitar Rick.
Yeah, Eminem, the uncensored Sitar Rick and Eminem duo, long awaited, 10 years overdue, down there, Daytona Beach. Hey, buddy, out there in Flagler County. Wait, Flagler, Palm Coast, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
Saint?
West
Yeah.
Palm.
You got
West
St.
Palm.
Augustine out there? Hold on.
No, man. He's
Where am
south.
I?
Yeah,
Oh,
St.
he's
Augustine's
south.
just above us here.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
a different guy. Okay.
North. That's right.
He's
West Palm.
north.
He's north. I was turned around.
where are we
Yeah, it was
Jerry
yeah.
needs to take a GPS break. But
Yep.
again, brother, you rock.
You do.
We want to encourage
Sitar
people to go
Rick.
check you out. And thanks again for doing this,
Yeah.
buddy.
All right, JB. Thank you, Rev. Thank you,
You're
JB.
right.
Take
Thank
care
you,
now.
man. Thank you.
All right. There he is, Rick Yampert, entertainment writer, very well-known guy. And again, he's taking a break, taking a hiatus, kind of doing more FlaglerLive.com.
That's
I
awesome.
don't know, he said. But Sitar Rick, again, a little bit of that
Yeah.
music playing in again. We're going to keep with the AK-1200, bust away.
Let's do that.
See if we
and
can...
once again, dude, he's doing a Stamina Sundays on Folsom in San Francisco every Sunday
Stamina
night.
Sundays.
Stamina Sundays. It's a
Folsom,
huge
California?
No, it's in San Francisco.
Folsom Prison?
It's on Folsom.
Why does Folsom sound familiar?
Yeah, you know.
Party at AK's house.
It's awesome. Awesome. Yeah.
All right, let's get into some real
let's do it.
justice. We'll be back with a call with Shad Pearson.
Stamina Sunday.
Shad Pearson coming up. Dig some AK-1200.
That's right.
Original beat makers. It's our original music makers edition.
Everything in the house flood out. Don't be talk about everything. Everything.
What caused it?
What cause it? The workman them cause everything. And none of them not coming at the yard. Come look at one. Everybody. What's up? Yeah, what's up?
Let's groove on, 'cause it's time to move on. Let's groove on, 'cause it's time to move on. Yo, 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 yo.
WJBW.
The electronics is so predominant that people would really prefer that.
Oh, yeah. So we've just been listening to some AK-1200. There was 2 songs. We're listening to Real Justice, and then that last one was 4 on the Floor.
Yeah.
And I got to say, man, I'm so proud of him.
AK-1200, he's a badass.
Dude,
yeah.
he's playing
We
that.
did a Local Legend with interview with him.
He's actually doing a monthly residency at Stamina.
Oh, yeah.
Stamina Sundays. It's in San Francisco.
Yeah.
It's on it's on Folsom, and it's huge. It's the biggest D&B thing in the country. And I'm really
so it's out there. And what's rock star about it is that he flies out there. You said like every week to kind of do that. That's a badass residency out there. So that's why we're playing the music. This is Original Music Makers Edition.
Totally.
Orlando Music Makers Edition.
AK-1200.
So there's so many of them. We can actually do this. That could be the whole name of the show, couldn't
Totally.
it? Because there's way too many. There's too many artists and musicians here. But I am pleased and let me hold on. Pleased as punch.
Get it up.
Pleased and
because
privileged
I'm pretty excited about this too.
Have someone
I
on the line.
Say, I'm very excited.
Minxie little rock star.
Yeah.
We have Shad Pearson on the line of the Actomatics. And
Shadow Knows.
I want to say one thing. This is a double local legend. We didn't tell either one that we were going to do this, so let's do it.
This is well worth
Shad
it.
Pearson, local legend. Music maker for over 20 years in Orlando and abroad.
The Shadow Knows.
Only the Shadow knows. Shad Pearson, excited to have on the line. She's working with a group of great musicians to do something called the City Song. We'll get into that a little bit later. As always, we want to praise people for their skill, their talent. And what I love about you is kind of your whole vibe and feel, the sound of your music. It's very 80s retro vibey, and I love that you cultivate that and keep that, but it's very current, I'd say, sounding as well. Turn that down, Chuck.
Yeah.
And I want to welcome you to the call. And again, thank you so much for doing this with us. Dub the local legend, Dubby Dub. There we go.
Oh, wait, she hung up.
Oh, she hung up. Oh.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding, Shad. Just kidding. She's right there.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me to be on your program. I'm
incredible.
I'm elated. I'm honored to be on the show with you.
Awesome.
Thank
we all
you.
feel the same way then.
We appreciate you doing this.
That starts off a great interview.
That was
must say.
quite an intro.
Yeah, you're going to have to go listen to that back. That was I think there were fireworks. You couldn't see them, though, because there were fireworks as well. Yeah, there was, Stay Space was doing the lighting on that intro.
She was.
I think,
seen the studio.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was incredible.
There's
Yeah,
a
we had.
visual that accompanies us
Yeah.
that we can all look at. Some of, we're a little bit behind the times sometimes, technically, because we're always under cans, in the studio or mapping out our next song. So people have to guide me through things when it comes to technology. But we can see this. Somebody can see this. What you guys are doing.
No,
right?
nobody can see it. No, there's no
really
fireworks.
happening?
No, there's no fireworks. That was an embellishment. We embellished on the fireworks, just so you know.
But I'm feeling it.
You were feeling it. Yeah, we were trying to build the scene. We put a little too much flavor around it. But what we do is, again, we venerate talented people. Again, shine a light where it needs to be shown. We still don't know if it's shown or shunned.
Shine a light.
Thank you.
We're shining the light. And you're very welcome. What I love to, again, we're going to hear a couple of your tracks after
Actomatics.
this. I pulled a couple of tracks, so we're going to play them after this chat. But what I love, again, is about the sound, and what I'm interested in is your actual musical origins. How did you kind of first feel like, hey, I want to make music, and did it evolve to where you are now as quickly, or give us a sense around kind of your acquaintance with music?
Right, no problem. Okay, I started playing professionally when I was 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your first paying gig? You're 9 years old.
Okay.
Right, and I play 2 instruments, although one is my primary right now, which is anything that has keys on it, but including like accordion and whatnot.
Nice.
But I was on scholarship when I was in middle school on violin to Rollins.
Wow.
They were gracious to offer me a scholarship for 2 years, and they actually wanted to include me in their orchestral program so that I would go on wearing a nice, beautiful,
Did you say Rollins?
gown every night, with the orchestra. And
that's
but
incredible.
I had already started writing. It really is.
Whoa.
It was every step of the way has been profound for me. It really has. There's not one thing I would change, and it's all different. It's all different.
Apparently not.
Everything I've done. Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So, like
to get to the Actomatics place was just a natural progression for what we've been. I mean, I started playing with my drummer when we were in 8th grade.
Oh, really?
That is huge.
Right. And then, so we've got a long history together, and we've got records out under other names and other
the Thrusters,
creative,
perhaps?
Yeah, give us
places.
the skinny.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, even the Actomatics, okay?
Okay.
We were at one point in the 80s, late 80s, leading into, and this is when we were like super kids. I mean, and we were like massive, sort of kind of proggy, XTC. Sort of, I took a lot of risks vocally, i.e., like Dale Bosio and those type of vocal things. But we've got we have a record that we did, with a group called Moving Stairs. So before the Actomatics, we were Moving Stairs, and that's still us, pretty much.
Okay.
So,
wow.
We just floated and grown with ourselves and with the world, and paid attention, I hope, to what everybody else is doing, and been ourselves, and really, stayed alive and true to our vision, which is just growth. And yes.
I gotta say something. You were just completely blowing my mind
Jerry's
now.
So crazy.
I mean,
well, because he knows you a lot more than I know you, and I think
but I didn't know
and the purpose
this.
of the interview, the Reverend, the purpose of the interview is to elucidate, and to get stuff out. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
So
hang on, wait a minute. I'm gonna come down there.
Okay.
And personally deliver you a cassette.
Wow. Hey, I still got a tape player.
Come on down to the station and bring us a cassette of your music, young lady. Yeah, that's what we want you to do. Okay, all right.
Well, listen, we were laughing. We were with Clarence Mayhew. He's got a project he's working on right now for the Pulse benefit. It's called Heartbeat. It has some fantastic musicians in town, local. Let's just call Central Florida, because they stretch out up into a little bit Lake County, I think, and Orange County, Seminole County. And we were laughing at the end that why can't we, everybody's into vinyl now, well, why can't we just release this on 8-track?
A what, right?
Really
totally,
different.
Yeah.
Or reel to reel.
Yeah. Reel to reel.
It didn't get kicked. It only got kicked around. Exactly. You get my point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It would be cool, but nobody could get it.
They're bringing all of that back. Okay.
Right.
I mean, I've got 6,000 pieces of vinyl at this house that we listen to. That's all we listen to.
Yeah.
Is vinyl.
There's nothing like that analog sound that comes off of vinyl. I mean, there's
and holding it, a piece of art that sometimes the posters are still in there, and all the liner notes, and that's what's missing are the credits for everybody that took their time to come and work on your project. The Mark Masons, the Chris Shorts, the people that surround your project. They on a download, you don't get any of that.
No.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You just get the base. It's a base animal. You don't get the richness of humanity. Yeah, it's almost So
let's talk a little bit about this project that you're working on now. And
City Song.
Yeah, and the
right.
The artist.
Well, City Song is we tracked it. Well, Sunday, the day of the we're now officially, I just realized, calling it the Pulse terror attacks. It sounds so harsh. I'm a creature of love, so I just get so bummed out having to say those words, but it is true. So let's just go ahead and acknowledge that.
Okay.
But that day, driving, my Sunday drive is always out Lake County, just looking at cows and writing songs and writing short stories, and every day, that's what I do. So it just came in on the radio that this had happened.
Right.
And immediately I had a vibe for a song. And by the time I got back home, I had pretty much written it, mapped out the fact that I wanted our entire community involved in it, and that we needed to be on Oprah and Ellen and then Lincoln Center with a ham and cheese plate. So that's where we're at.
Wow,
Gotcha.
incredible.
And it's actually happening. I mean, it's really happening. And once that door was opened, I never really knew what this meant completely. That once you dream it, and if it's really from the right place and it's in your heart, everything opens up for you. The whole world.
I think that's right. Your
you.
attitude,
You know?
your whole attitude on the world and everything is so it's imperative to your success. It gives you more opportunities than the opposite view. Than if you're negative as to everything, you miss opportunities.
It really is.
No, I totally understand.
And
I agree.
Also, am I interrupting you? I sure
No. And also, go on.
No, we're good.
I feel that having as many people, we had almost 100 people show up to be in the choir. These are some seasoned folks. If you've seen any of the photos, I don't know if you have.
And Jim
archive.
Leatherman, exactly.
We filmed this. We filmed it. We're making an interactive video for it, and we have a deadline. Friday is our deadline.
Wow.
So we're
this Friday. Oh my God.
To have it all.
We are
done.
Orlando. Is it kind of like We Are a World of Orlando? I guess it sounds like
it actually is our We Are the World moment. But I got something deep down inside of me says it's so much better.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say that.
It's going to be
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
you're
mean-
right. I think you're right. And we're speaking
And what
with
I mean
Shad
by
Pearson.
That is like taking the time to really tap into and put it this way. My father came and sang on it. He loved the
Nice.
song so much.
That's awesome.
So
when is this?
When you're touching, your elders, the lower, the youngins, the middle, a lady at, checking out at Walmart, and this attorney, when you're tapping into all of that, then you're onto something.
Right.
And when they all want to come and be a part of it and sing on it,
That's awesome.
and you're guiding the lay people next to the profound, Jim O'Rourke, and
Right.
I could go on and on about the folks that showed up that are musicians
incredible.
and the ones that aren't. But
So-
for that 2-hour or 3-hour time on Thursday at Alpaca Ranch Recording Studios with Chris Short and Mark Mason, we were one entire unit. It's the most beautiful thing ever.
When you've really built it up really well. We want to know when
can
when does this get
Friday's
out
the
there? You
deadline.
said Friday's the deadline for what? What is can you tell us?
Well,
Or?
actually,
Okay. Oh, you can tell us. We're on a live broadcast. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. I've got tomorrow and Wednesday. There were some scheduling things where, like, Eugene Snowden wanted to come and do his thing
Right
on
on.
it, and from the beginning, my platform was anybody that wants to contribute to this project, we're going to find a spot for you on the song.
Nice.
Which is quite an undertaking, because when you in return have 75 musicians,
Right.
you have to start going, okay, how going to work out? But
Right.
even if it's just a little on guitar, and then that's your little moment. But everybody's going to be represented, and so we have
Sweet.
2 more
It's
days
remarkable.
of that.
Well,
Tuesday and Wednesday,
Yeah.
and then it goes to mix, and then we're out to the world.
Okay.
Yeah, so this
How do
weekend.
people get involved if they want to do that?
Well, it's already done.
Right.
Oh, it's already done. The people are already okay. So let's just say this. Let's say this, Shad. We're speaking with Shad Pearson of the Actomatics. We're talking about City Song, which is an endeavor by a lot of great Orlando musicians, Orlando music makers,
and just people that are involved in the community.
creators.
Like I saw Gordon Spears
They
was
said
involved.
Alpaca Ranch.
No, Gordon was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the City Song. I wrote the song
Right.
with an hour song vision. I really believe that the song, and when you see the lyrics, I'll shoot them over to you because I have them published. But when you go there and you see what it is that I created for us, because that's the game changer right there.
Right,
When you have
right.
somebody who's taking care of the we, not the I.
Right. Absolutely.
And, there's that old thing, there's no I in we, right? And it's so true. And once you start gathering the masses and they're on board, the whole thing, just everybody takes ownership of it. And that's when real, true, great things happen collectively.
Absolutely.
So,
and that's what Orlando's known for.
It'll be www.facebook.com/Orlando City Song.
Orlando City Song.
Go there. Exactly. Finger on the pulse. You can also find it by that because that's our little city song, in parentheses, finger on the pulse is pretty much the way the song's going to be published.
Awesome.
And we're setting up the charity right now. And I need to go ahead and have that in order by Friday. But my vision with that is a song has a bigger lifeline than a 1 or 2 week GoFundMe platform does.
Right.
There's no deadline on a song, and it can generate income
forever.
For the next 200 years, well after I'm dead or passed to the next galaxy.
Right.
And so I'm being very careful to keep City Song in the collective mind of everybody that's involved, the we. And I would love for it to have an attachment to the remaining victims, the people that were there and
affected. Good.
Protecting all of the other, because they're struggling right now, and all of that money.
Totally.
God blessed all of that money, but there's some people that need it right now.
Yeah, totally.
So
we're talking.
They need some access to some money.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. So we're talking to the Shadow. The Shadow knows.
Shad Pearson.
Shad Pearson. That's right. Hey, it was nice having you on tonight. Wish you nothing but success.
No, wait.
Go ahead, Jamie.
Wait, yeah, I think what's great, and again, that you are so passionate about this, and people, again, what we is it theactomatics.com? That's the good website?
Yes, that's our website, theactomatics.com. Please come and check out what we're doing. I didn't mean to
when's your next gig?
Not talk about my boys, but
who all's in the band? Yeah, give us an overview of who all's in the band, and let's talk about when you're playing, and then we'll kind of wrap it up. But we've actually got a couple tracks of yours that we're going to roll.
Exactly.
And
fantastic.
Yeah, and so give us a little sense of the Actomatics. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Well, right now we're finishing our third record with Mark Mason, and it's in the can. It's just being mixed. It's 15 songs, and it's a real true creative pop record. I really think that it's going to put us on the map. And
Good.
It takes a while to get there. Third record, I'm fine with that. There's John Lathrop on guitar. There's Jamie Wright on guitars.
Nice.
Ron Armalet, the master, on bass.
Wow.
Rick Thomas, Rock Michael Thomas on the drums and percussion, and then myself on keys. And
Nice.
we all sing a bit. And it's our intellectual property. We rehearse 2-3 times a week, and we backed up Terry Binion, though, as a full band last year for several dates, and we've sort of been almost like, the band did with Bob Dylan. We backed up a lot of people, so sometimes we're not able to be working on our own thing because people are looking for
you're collaborative.
Be their band.
That's Orlando.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is Orlando.
That's
Collaboration.
Orlando, though. Exactly.
Collaborate and listen.
That's Orlando. On the line,
Absolutely.
Shad Pearson. Again, a huge thanks to you. Thank you so much. Anytime we can help out, give us a jangle. Let us know. But we want to encourage people to go to theactomatics.com. Look out for City Song, an incredible tapestry, a way of orchestrating all of the emotions related to the Pulse event. They call it Pulse Massacre, Pulse Terror event. I don't know. It's a conference.
They really do. Wow,
but I love what I love what you said. I love what you said. Is it's so easy to latch on.
I don't want to say it.
You kind of latch. People are so easy to latch on to anger, but there's a lot you can do besides be angry. Is what you're saying, is what the song says, and is what Orlando has showcased here over the past couple of weeks. I would say we've done a great job of just showing America our skivvies underneath our nightgown, and it's glorious. It's glorious.
Yes, I'm in my nightgown
glorious.
right now.
Oh, you are? Oh my God. Okay. Well, that's all right. So that's my metaphor. I didn't. Yeah. So I'm sure it's got to be wonderful.
I'm thinking I'm thinking you guys there are
Sure,
going
save.
to be able to use City Song for a little backdrop once we get it
Oh,
out
if
here.
you give it to us, we will
absolutely.
use it.
And
Yeah.
I just think you're going to love it.
Absolutely.
And,
I'm looking
and
forward
I
to it.
love you guys so much.
We love you too, Shad.
You're incredible. You're incredible. You rock. Shad Pearson of the Actomatics, thank you so much for being on the call. We're actually going to roll into a little bit of Set 'em Up.
Set 'em up.
And then the track Truly, and you can get some too. Go to theactomatics.com. Shad, thanks so much for being on the call.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling.
You
All
rock.
right.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So we'll be right back.
WJBW.
It's a long way up if you're looking down. Don't look around, there's a pillow on the ground for your head. I like you anyway. It's a long way
right, there you go. A little bit of 5-time Shag. Before that, a couple of tracks from the Actomatics. A nice, healthy chat with Shad Pearson. The Reverend had to bust out, but I am happy and privileged to announce that there's a guy on the line, and he's going to do the news with me. It's Late Night Leovano! Welcome, Woo! Eric. Hang tight, buddy. We're going to go into the news. Thanks for doing this so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's do it. We got breaking news badly. I got a little bit of news that we're going to break badly. What the hell? Where are you now? What are you doing? You're our West Coast correspondent. We're speaking with Eric Leovano over there on the beautiful West Coast.
Right.
What are you doing?
Right
Where
now,
are you?
I'm in rush hour traffic.
Oh.
405.
Oh, fantastic. Perfect. So you're stuck in traffic. That's perfect.
I got nothing but time.
We're in your drive time. We got drive time radio with Eric. Stuck in traffic, Leovano. So you're stuck in traffic.
What do I listen to on drive time? I usually listen. I have Sirius satellite radio.
Oh, you have Sirius, yes.
CDs. I haven't listened to the radio in a long time.
Really, just the radio. Is the radio good out there in California, where you're at? Where you, Los Angeles area?
Like I said, I
you don't
really
listen to it at all?
I have. I've had Sirius
must be awesome.
XM for 10 years now.
Yeah.
But I have listened to some radio here and there, and it's all right. I mean,
yeah,
it's just full of commercials and you know, it's like anywhere else.
Hold on. Yeah, we were talking about that a little earlier, Jerry and I, as far as listening, because I had Sirius Radio in my car for a couple of years, and I like it, and I kind of miss it. I don't want to pay for it, though. That's my problem. But you paid for it for all this time, where you get a special entertainer discount, I'm sensing.
No, as a matter of fact, I had this conversation yesterday with somebody. When I first got it in 2005, I bought it originally because Howard Stern was leaving the terrestrial radio.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan, so I was listening, and I bought that Sirius for about $11 back in 2005.
Wow.
And I kind of just linked my credit card to it, and I just forgot all about it. And then like 6-7 years in, I decided to just look and see what I was paying, and it turns out they ended up doubling it. I was paying almost $24 a month, what started out as $11. So I called them up, and I lit them up, and negotiated.
Yeah, you're like, I want to grandfather into this clause. I want to grandfather clause into this shit.
Yeah, but it's good. It's great because there's no commercials.
No, I like
There's
it.
a huge selection of music.
I liked it. I do miss it. So I don't know. I'm on the fence. Jerry says wait a little longer, and then they'll offer you the cherry bomb of the deal. You just got to wait. Wait it out, I guess.
Wait for how long?
I don't know. That's what he said. Wait it out another month. Anyway, on the line with us.
Isn't he the same guy that told you to build a baseball field? Didn't he say build it and they will come?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Eric Leovano
reference there.
On the line with us out there in California. Let me pull up a couple stories, buddy. I appreciate you being able to do this. You're stuck in traffic anyway, so this is probably good for you. This is
great for me.
So good. So I'm going to give you some intellectual stuff. OZY.com has an article that says these scientists may have found a way to stop nuclear meltdowns. May 31st, 2016. Big brains are racing to save our power-hungry planet while solar and gas and wind are increasingly playing a role. Many say there's no escaping the need for nuclear power to maintain our tech world. So luckily for that, scientists believe they found a way to eliminate smog, inducing coal production and reduce risk and cost of nuclear power. So it's something called, what is it, salt? What is it? What is it? Nuclear salt could save humanity. That's the title of it. Do you get that heady? Do you think about energy and consciousness out there in California?
I don't really even understand the story. Are they saying that they can run cars on nuclear power?
No, they're saying that they have found some kind of compound. I think that will avert any kind of nuclear meltdown, accidental nuclear. It mitigates the nuclear meltdown quite significantly.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, that sounds like a great thing, I guess. I mean, there's not a lot of nuclear meltdowns very often, but I guess when they do happen, it'd be good to have one of those on hand.
Well, it's like a advertisement. It's an advertisement for doing nuclear power. It sounds like they're like, no, it's safe. Go ahead. We've got what is it called? It's so stupid. It's nuclear salt or something. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, there's that one. 12 things, and I wish Jerry was here. I wish the Reverend was here. I pulled this one. The Odyssey Online. 12 things that people who go to a lot of concerts understand. Number 1, you know exactly what time of year to be on the lookout for tour dates. Number 2, 4 words. Emergency contact ticket fund. You actually have that.
De novo here. It's Andrea Mora.
Oh, hello.
Troy. And
Hola.
Odyssey is excited to be at the 2016
Oh my God.
VidCon weekend.
Close that. People always asking you why they've seen the same band so many times. The 10 times before a ticket pre-sale, simultaneously the best and worst moments of your life. Anyway, the list goes on and on and on. You are an avid concert goer, are you not, sir?
I am very much so.
You are. That's what I would think.
What would you say the top 5 are?
I don't know. I guess it's that you have some kind of you've seen the same people, possibly, if you know people there. You're in like a family of concert goers, I guess. You've camped out. You're not afraid to camp out. I don't know. That list.
I don't know. That sounds more like it's geared toward those festivals, maybe.
Yeah. Well, they're saying the number one thing is you know exactly what time of year to be on the lookout for tour dates. So do you know that? Do you know what time of year it'll be on the lookout? Is it springtime, isn't it, or something?
I'm going to say summer.
Okay, summer. All right. There you go.
Am I right?
I don't know. I don't know the answer. We're breaking news.
You're going to leave us hanging?
We're breaking. No, you got that wrong. And right. You got it wrong and right. You're going both ways on that one. Wrong and right. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to get too somber on you, but this is 10 things that make absolutely no sense about the Orlando shooting. I'll go ahead and like this video on Facebook.
Now we're talking. Controversial. Let's have it.
Please write what the potential or possible explanation could be. Because not only does this make no sense, if this is a real active shooter event, I don't even see how any of
Anyway,
this is
guy's got a Facebook page.
Begin. My God.
He dissects the whole event.
Pulse logo is a pink circle. Remember that. Now, there's this procession of wounded that comes from the left to the right. Watch their heads. You'll see the pink circle across the street.
What?
Pink circle. That's the pulse. That's the active shooter situation.
They're walking to the shooting he's showing them. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. That's a great video. I've liked it on Facebook. You can go check it out. This guy is on to something.
These people walking
he's exactly
back
right. Look at this.
On the right side of the road.
He is exactly
look at the guy's head.
right. They're walking to... Well, the hospital is that way, is it not? How would they be all the way? Maybe they ran. Maybe they ran in fear all away. See, that's what I guess. Maybe this. They were running away from the violence, and then they, weren't running to the hospital. Then they had to walk back to the hospital. I don't know. Anyway,
Is he saying that the direction of the P on the pulse sign has anything to do with the direction that people ran?
No, he's saying that look at the pulse sign, and then he's showing footage of people, being carted off to the hospital, and they're walking to.
Oh, in the opposite
They're
direction.
walking towards. No, they're walking towards the pulse sign instead of away from it.
Well, yeah, the hospital is just south of there, and there's a fire department. There's a fire hall right there next to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe this guy, even though everybody wants to sensationalize this whole fucking thing, but, it is a tragedy. It is something that happened, and, a couple weeks out, it's even still surreal to this day, and you're
It is, and I've seen a lot of people on TV trying to politicize it, and a lot of people trying to split hairs with whether it's a terrorist act or just a hate crime, and It's both of those things, really.
Yeah, you're right. It is both of those things. On the line with us, the wise late-night Leovano stuck in afternoon traffic over there in California. I got a story here from you. It's KGW.com. Delta Flyer gets an entire 160-seat jet to himself. What are your thoughts on the guy? He's like, hey, I'm going to book a flight. I'm going to do a flight. He's the only one on the plane. The 160
Wow.
people.
That's when you really get to spread your legs across that aisle.
That's like, yeah, you could take off your clothes and shit. You could do a lot of stuff. You could do a lot of stuff.
He's the only one that booked the whole flight.
He's the only one on the plane. He at first,
Wow.
here's the article, sitting next to an empty seat has become a rare luxury for air travelers these days, but one lucky Delta passenger got more than an empty adjacent seat on his Tuesday flight from New Orleans to Atlanta. He got the entire plane. Steven Schneider was flying home to Atlanta on Tuesday evening when he arrived to an empty gate for his flight at the New Orleans airport. I was so nervous, Schneider told WSTV of Atlanta. I couldn't believe it. I felt like I had missed my flight. But no, in fact, he was the only motherfucker on the plane. He was the only motherfucker.
That's actually pretty cool. That's awesome. But you know what? I can't imagine. That must be a really short flight from New Orleans to Atlanta. Is that what it was?
Yeah, you're exactly right. Yep. New Orleans to
That's pretty
Atlanta.
much up and then down. You're there.
Yeah, exactly. That's not too long. That's 20 minutes maybe, right? I don't know.
I flew one time, and I flew from Orlando to Tampa. Can you believe that?
Oh my God, that's on a major airline you did that?
Yeah, but it was one of those smaller, like it was a passenger plane, but the kind with the propellers.
Okay. So yeah, that's a
so
little
that was
redemption
literally
there.
up
That's not
and down.
Yeah, but still, that's not. I'm thinking like a jetliner or something. I don't think they even
No,
do
no,
that,
no.
do they? Yeah, they go to Miami, but not so far.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would take an empty jet.
Did you know that a butt was a medieval unit of measurement for wine? So technically, a buttload of wine is about 475 liters or 125 gallons. That is a butt of wine, 125 gallons. That's a shit ton. That's a buttload.
Yeah, that's what is that where buttload comes from?
Apparently, I don't know. It's an unsolicited Facebook post here, so I can't get. It's on a picture with words, so I don't. That's as much credit as I'm going to give that one.
Got to be true.
It's got to be true then, yeah. BigThink.com. In closing out here, BigThink.com. Alcohol is worse for mental health than psychedelics. A very, very compelling article. BigThink.com. I suggest you read it. It's a study of 130,000 American adults, including almost 20,000 psychedelic users. So
nice.
Yeah. So
back to that buttload for a second. I just out of curiosity, one time I Googled what time is it if it's half past the monkey's ass and quarter to its balls.
Okay.
Guess what time it is when it's half past the monkey's ass and quarter to his balls?
I'm afraid for you to tell me. I don't know.
I think they said 6:35. I'm not 100%. It was a while back, but I believe it was 6:35.
That makes no sense. I don't get it.
I
don't get it. I'm afraid, Papa. What does that mean?
Where's the Reverend? He had to leave. He had to
cut out. Yeah, he had to cut out. But anyway, brother, I don't want to keep you. I don't want to keep you too long. You still stuck in traffic? You got a couple more stories in you?
Are you kidding? I'm stuck in traffic.
Okay.
I just started, and I'm just another hour and a half.
Oh my God! Okay.
That's just the way it is.
We won't take all that time. We got another 10 minutes or so. That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right. So nextshark.com. There's a heartbreaking reason why you should always take photos of your hotel room. Have you heard this story?
No.
Taking photos of the hotel rooms where you stay, your out-of-town trips now may save lives. A smartphone app is developed last year called the Traffic Cam. Lets you contribute to law enforcement database by uploading images of your hotel room, reported Fox 2 Now. The collected images would then help boost efforts in identifying locations of human trafficking victims. That's pretty slick, right?
That is pretty slick, but how do you know, like, if you have the app, how do you know who's trafficking people and who's not?
I guess they have a way of identifying the room by the decor and the angles and the, paint and I guess you got to think about it. I mean, there could even be, invisible markers in rooms, in hotel rooms now. Maybe it's that serious. I don't know. I mean, but the app apparently has a way of identifying these rooms. I don't know where they get pictures. Maybe from the sex trafficking people getting the cell phone, getting to take a picture. I don't know.
I don't know, but they got an app for everything, don't they?
It's crazy. Yeah. It's good. Yeah. Put cops out of jail. It's a murder app. We'll solve the murder. Just download the details into the app and it'll solve. No, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? Damn. Solve a murder app.
Oh, man.
Anyway. What is it? Oh, hold on. Hold on. I've got a good
I
cocaine.
need a glass of water. I need a credit card. I need a $100 bill.
This is a I Hate Coke, the ultimate cocaine movie mashup.
What's that shit?
Oh, it's a drug. You sniff it. Dude, you want a line of cocaine? No way, man.
There you go.
Anybody want to get high? Yeah.
All these movies that have cocaine in them. It's a lot of them. Kind of loud. Turn it down.
There are some good cocaine movies out there.
There are some good cocaine movies, aren't
I mean, that's Scarface, Blow.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah. Well, this video, I'll go ahead and like it. There you go. Okay. Like it on YouTube. You can see it there. I like it on Facebook if you follow me there. And I loves cocaine. Eric Leovano, Late Night Leovano on the line. Well, lots of cocaine snorting going on. Anyway. I don't know how that made a news story. Hold on. Close that out. All right. Jeez. How the hell did that make a news story? That's what I want to know. I don't blame that guy.
I don't know. Cocaine. Is cocaine... Is anybody even doing cocaine anymore?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I thought cocaine was like so back
uncool.
in the 80s,
yeah,
I think.
so uncool. It is. Hey, noisy.vice.com has an article that says, when you die, a company will press your ashes into a vinyl. How fucking rock and roll is that? If you're reading...
That's badass.
If you're reading this, then music is hopefully something that preoccupies you the most in life. You'll listen to it while you're getting dressed, you're getting drunk, and while you're doing just about anything that doesn't require immediate silence. But if you're reading this, then you're also probably a human and have undoubtedly thought about life's final curtain call. So noisy.vice.com. Go find out more about how to get your dead ashes pressed into a vinyl record. Would you do that? Is that what you want?
Yeah, I would do that. But is that a record that you can actually spin? Can you put it on a turntable?
I'll type it up. I'll start typing up the deal right now. The cremation services. Let me pull it down here. The company was founded by techno record labels boss Jason Leach, who was inspired after he saw an American TV clip of someone's ashes being shot out of a cannon naturally because cannons and music link together. He wondered, and how he could add music into the equation of death. The business isn't exactly booming in the dead vinyl trade, though, as only 4 people have taken up the offer, including club DJ, whose family wanted him to spin a few more times at his favorite club. Price is a big factor. The whole recording process costs, what's that, £2,000? Oh, but wait, what's that worth now? Hold on.
I think that's like $40 million here.
No, that's not right. And with only 24 minutes to record on it, it's quite a big investment, but it probably would be worth the money when your family gets to put a needle through you each time they want to hear your song. So yeah, it's real. They pressure us into a record. It's about $2 to $3 grand per record. It looks like. I don't know.
That's not a big amount of money when you think.
That's not that much.
That's a really cool concept.
Yeah, that's incredible. So I hope that takes off. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, I would want to be pressed into a record. I mean, that's desire.
Sure.
That's like the thing you want.
I would do it.
I mean,
in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think that's. But is it kind of creepy though? Too, people are like, "Oh, let's play Grandpa record. Let's play his record."
No, I don't think so. I think it's kind of a. I don't know. I don't find that very creepy. I think it's a really cool concept. I don't see it catching on big time, but I see a small market for it somewhere.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, well, it's interesting. Anyway, all right, so let me pull this, pull that. 9-year-old girls are marriage material, says Sharia hardliners in Pakistan. This is express.co.uk. The proposed bill have handed out harsh punishments to anyone who married a minor while raising the minimum age for girls to 18. But Marve Memon of Pakistan Muslim League Party was forced to withdraw the proposal after facing such staunch opposition. What is he saying? The proposed bill would have handed out harsh punishments to anyone who married a minor while raising the minimum age for girls to 18. So what, is that the age over there now? Is that what they're saying? It's 9 years old.
I don't know, but that's wrong as can be.
That's like I'm throwing up in my mouth. I can't even read this. Hold on. Is this for real?
Are they saying that right now the age is 9, but they're going to up it to 18?
That's what it seemed like, and the guy said, no, I don't want to do that. Here's a video source. Let's see what this says.
Hi, I'm Jesse.
Nope. No, you're not. You're not Jesse anymore. You just changed. Here you go. All right, let's see what this is.
That's wrong on every level. I don't know. I disagree with that.
The scourge of child marriage.
Was about to
got me there.
Okay, that's too disturbing. Yeah, so child marriage, that shit's real in the country. When you think about all the horrible shit, I mean, that's fucking horrible.
That is horrible. That's terrible. Those people, man, I don't know.
That's not right. Well,
I don't agree with that. I think that's horrible, and I think even 18-year-olds are too young.
yeah, that's ridiculous. Have you heard this girl's video here? It's from USChronicle.com. Video, Colorado students warning to ISIS. Have you heard this? Dear Islamic State.
Dear ISIL, I wanted to be one of the first to congratulate you on your graduation from the level of scum to the peak of pusillanimous maggots.
What?
I must say,
wow.
Personally, I am impressed at how quickly you progressed to that stage, but not in the least bit surprised that you
Have
finally
you heard this?
did make it.
No.
You have most certainly turned all of the heads that you have not sawed off and managed to grasp the attention of the world.
Yeah.
And to think, you only had to slaughter roughly 10,000 innocent men, women, and children to do so.
Oh my God, that's too depressing. Everyth's so depressing, Eric. What's going on with the world?
I know.
Why is it so depressing?
This world is a tough world, and ISIS. That's just more publicity that'll help them recruit. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
but I don't know. From what I see in the news, I see ISIS is like on the way out, but I don't know.
Yeah, just like cocaine. Nobody's into ISIS anymore, man. Just like cocaine is.
I don't know, man. When
nobody
I was a kid,
wants that
ISIS
shit.
was a girl that hung out with Shazam, Captain Marvel, and they used to fly around.
Yeah, I think ISIS was on like one of the cycles of America's Next Top Model, and she was the first transgender. That's who I thought ISIS was. Remember that? It was on America's. Yeah, it was the first.
I remember back in the day when I was a kid. I remember the people in the Middle East. They weren't killing up. They weren't terrorizing us. They were flying around on magic carpets.
Yeah. They were rubbing lamps and stuff. What has happened?
Right.
Yeah.
What
the hell? What the hell? Oh, it's all when Robin Williams died. That's the problem. That is the problem. He was the barometer of all cool things. Anyway, I got one more here. We'll close out with this. Go into some kitty cat music. Uprocks.com says, what is the name? Netflix might soon let you watch without the internet. Netflix might soon let you watch without the internet. What the fuck? Everyone loves Netflix, cost hike or not, at least until their connection craps out. But soon you might be able to watch Netflix without needing a Wi-Fi signal. And that might be happening sooner than you think. Amazon.
How are they going to do that?
Amazon Instant and Comcast already offer offline video, which allows you to temporarily download movies and TVs shows to watch when you go into distant. What's that called? Distant.
Maybe people are going over their data plans.
Areas with bad service. So I guess what it's saying is now the technology is so forward thinking, it's going to be like, listen, you want to watch this movie and we're not going to count on the live stream and your Wi-Fi connection. We're just going to download it temporarily to your device. Therefore, the signal won't matter. And then it's on your device for a certain period of time and then they pull it away. So I think that's smart. I think that's how it's going to work.
I mean, they do that. What is it? YouTube Red does that. I'm actually a subscriber of YouTube Red. And it's the same concept. You download the stuff and watch it later so it doesn't use up all your freaking data.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. And that's Spotify does that. I mean, you can download your playlist temporarily, kind of a thing. So it does hit the data of the device, right? But it doesn't totally overwhelm and kick your ass with.
When you're downloading it, it uses a little bit of data, but you can do that under Wi-Fi, and then you can take it with you, and you can watch it and not use any data at all, I guess. I mean, that's what YouTube Red is all about. It's been working good for me. My AT&T bill was I got a $700 data bill.
That's crazy. Oh, my God.
That was my
insane.
daughter watching video. So I went and got YouTube Red for $10 a month, and I haven't had that problem since.
That's smart. That's smart. Eric Leovano, Late Night Leovano, stuck in traffic over there in the Hollywood capital land of America. Thank you so much, buddy.
City of Angels.
The City of Angels. Thank you so much. Turn that shit down. Holy shit. All right, there you go. Thank you, buddy, for being on the call. We appreciate it. It was a little bit of breaking,
thanks for having me on, man.
breaking news
it.
badly with Late Night Leovano. You rock, buddy. You're going to be down here soon. I hope you'll come in studio if you can.
I will. I'll be in town all this weekend,
yes.
and I'll be in town all of August, and we'll get together this weekend for sure.
Rock the house. All right, well, you rock, buddy. I'm going to close this sucker down. Stay tight. We'll talk soon. Eric Leovano, rock star out there. Frickin' rock star. We want to thank TwistHairStudio.com, ArtArmy.org, ShannonHoltArt.com, Ear Theater, which is dj.blogspot.com, Polka's Hottest, delicious hot sauce. You can go right on POCASHOTTEST.com and order you some damn hot sauce from Orlando's famed musicians. I am at Radio JB Web on Twitter. We work to entertain and provide a forum where we can really, shine that light on those people that deserve it. So let me see. What do I got? Anything? What do I got over there? What do I got over there? Over there. Okay, so it was rolling in the background. We'll do it some justice. A little bit of Chris Domingo, since we've been all over the place and we're talking about Orlando music, Michael's baby, to close us out. Oh my God, I gotta take a break. Enjoy this, baby. WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah.